big win for freedom this week with the
I'm just smiling, just gaily.
with the Supreme Court's decision to not mandate private businesses to have to enforce a vaccine policy, which is great.
Unfortunately, that's not the same for federal.
Yes.
Sadly.
Yeah, and private businesses, they are still allowed to
of course.
mandate it themselves, but they're not required by law from OSHA to have to do so, which is bad. But in other
Well, Nick even pointed out that like the power that they were going to give OSHA was like that of pretty much how abortion, like the women who get abortions too, because that's one other thing too. Because with that, you could actually get a list of people who aren't vaccinated, but not with people who got abortions, which is weird.
Yeah, that is very, very strange. And disclaimer for YouTube jockeys out there, we're not giving you any medical advice here. We're reporting on the top headline news sources that are actually on your platforms here. So nothing that we say right here is to be taken as an advice for what you should do with your body. I just want to make that very clear.
Oh yeah, we're not.
We ain't experts.
We ain't experts, and heaven forbid we insult the regime.
The gods of YouTube and social media at the conglomerate. But yeah, so that was pretty interesting. And we'll jump back to that more in earnest here. But what I don't know if you saw this, regarding the vaccine and the lies, I'm not going to call it misinformation, but the lies surrounding it. Did you see this guy over in Germany?
Is that the one guy who was like dancing?
No.
He made a song or something?
Oh, I don't know if I saw that. This guy in Germany, his name is Hans Peter.
Very, very German sounding.
Maybe in Spanish we can call him Manus Pedro. What I did there?
Oh, I did. Hans.
But anyway, old Hansi, he trained.
Old Hansi, I like that.
He trained his sheep. Apparently, the guy is a sheep herder.
Oh, okay.
He trained his sheep to align themselves in a formation when viewed from the air to be that of the shape of a syringe.
Yeah, because, when I look into because I just have the opportunity and the availability to look at things from a bird's perspective. Absolutely. Anytime I want,
For sure. I jump on Google Earth at least, a good hour and
3
a half
times
every
a day.
Yeah. Funny how many new beaches and places in Venice are actually blurred out. You can't find them.
And this is in Germany, or?
Germany.
You would think they would possibly have learned from, a certain
Holocaust?
Yeah. A certain time long ago.
Yeah, let's
to not fall down the same marching paths, if you will.
Same path of moral decline and degeneracy. But with Germany, that's a long.
Oh, you're dead.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Have perished on the battlefield. Let my legend live on. Sing tales of me.
Well, there's a bunch of people.
But Germany, that was a storied and fabled history of degeneracy, largely brought to a culmination, a cauldron boiling over, if you will, in World War II, where you had Hitler delving into deeply, deeply arcane mysteries, going as far as to try, oh my goodness, and invoke their own demonic summonings. They were doing demonic rituals. And so you have...
Isn't there a specific book he was using too? Like that he followed? Because he followed, Nietzsche.
Well, yeah, he...
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, right?
He
or
did,
was it technically the sisters?
It was the sister.
reading?
Yeah, the sister's rendering of what Nietzsche had said. That's really what did form Hitler's, or a large part of Hitler's desire to bring forth the Übermensch, the Superman, the...
Old Superman.
And
rearing its ugly head.
Yes, and his understanding of nephrology and Rephaim studies and the Aryan bloodlines in general is what led him to then try and create this pure blood race, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, or green-eyed, red-haired people. But that whole thing, that was a culmination. That was a boiling over. And you're absolutely right. It's like you'd think that people in Germany would recognize, hey, let's not glom on to this misunderstood and highly politicized issue of this vaccine being potentially good or not good in a way that makes it seem like we're all just falling in line, like good little Gestapo born citizens should.
Did you
be.
say that was sheep?
Sheep?
That's
It's so ironic.
yeah. That's
so
like
ironic.
so that's a very good definition of irony.
Yeah, and from what it looked like, he created this trough of sorts with this feeding fence, and I think there had straw that was sticking all through it. So obviously the sheep are gonna go over there and be like, "Oh yeah, food." You know, it's not that he
Food.
It's not that he trained the sheep to just line up in formation as if they give a rat's ass about the vaccination. It's just, hey, stuck a bunch of food where these sheep want to gather, and so now they're forming this shape around this syringe-shaped fence full of food that you have put out there for them.
Maybe that's what they should have done. Just made it into food instead of saying it was a vaccine or a pill. Like hide it in food.
You know,
No.
I
You put a delicious pizza in front of me and
Oh, dude,
I'll probably eat it.
yeah, hide the mRNA inside a good slice of Chicago deep dish. Man, at least you'll get all the fat people to take it. And you know, in Chicago, it's being they're not really concerned with the looting and the rioting. People will just take the pizzas. So
True, and then it would just kind of like how the plagues were.
yeah, you don't even have to
were
ask them to come into your store.
Yeah,
or
don't even
run
have to like give them a
advertisements.
blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
Dawn Wanderer says that's the next step. No, we need to copyright that idea. I don't want anyone taking it.
Intellectual property. Anything said here in
It's
jest
ours.
or in earnest, it's ours. Yes.
It's ours.
It's timestamped because this be YouTube.
This be YouTube.
But,
This be the YouTubes.
But yeah, that was
That came out a while ago, right?
yeah, it has been out.
Because
I guess, for a
I
little
saw it
bit.
before.
It's
Surprised we didn't talk about it last time because I thought
yeah. I finally
happened around that time.
I finally saw like an actual
Oh, I
thorough
gotcha.
dive into it this week. Crowder
Dude,
actually had a pretty good
Props to you.
little bit. Yeah. It's like that guy from Family Guy where he's sitting there clicking on that light bulb and it says the miracle of electricity and he goes, "I know it's crazy, but when I saw this at the World's Fair, I nearly crap my pants." It's new to me. But yeah, that was one of the more humorous stories that I've heard as of recent time, which is a breath of fresh air, at least.
So was he the one that took the picture? Yeah, was he the one that took the picture? Because I'm legit wondering if like who discovered this?
I don't know. I have to wonder.
Like he had to have told someone because I guarantee you no one gave like two shits
Yeah.
what formation his sheep was in
Yeah,
the shape of.
Oh wow, he's a second Messiah, born of der Reich. 2000 Iges Deutsches Ihres Reich. I guess is what his moniker is going to be tattooed into his retinas once we have the Nephilim Rephaim shift and he becomes his actual Ubermensch. But I would imagine that he either has a drone or he knew somebody who has a drone who
Probably.
was like, "Hey, you should come over to my place tomorrow. I'm going to be aligning my sheep in this formation, and maybe you could take some pictures. We post it to the internet. Maybe if we become viral overnight.
Viral.
Not quite as viral as Zerona, but just viral in a sense that maybe we affect 2 million people
2
and
million.
not 250 million worldwide. We could be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm a Swedish plumber. Mac.
Radio.
We gotta go.